Hi. Are you tired of your life?
Yes.
Do you want to continue living your life?
No.
Would you like a new life?
Yeah!
Would you like to be more like Chris Paul? From the company that brought you the Chris Paul Christmas Extermination Kit comes a Chris Paul Products TM inspirational, promotional, instructional video. The rules of being inspirational, promotional, instructional video. Instructional video. The rules. So, you want to be more like Jesus? No, God, no, Richard Zeri, no, Chris Paul. Well, do you? Shut up. Well, if you want to learn how to be like Chris Paul, first you gotta learn what Chris Paul likes. The first thing of which can be summed up in one word. Repeat after me. Me. Again. Me. Again. Me. Again. Me. Again. Me. 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 Shut up. Now, the second thing that Chris Paul likes is this man. What? No! No, not Zeri. No, this man. David Tennant. Doctor Who. What? What? No. What do you mean it's the wrong doctor? What? Oh, you've got to be kidding. Fine. This man. Christopher Bloody Eccleston. Look at him. He looks crap. So, you've got to learn all about Cybermen, Daleks, the Master, the Valgard, Slytherins, Sontarans, Megalos, Mordrin, Lord Give, the U, the Ortons, Sea Devils, Davros, and, of course, Queen Victoria. Have you got all that? Hey, what's that up there? Oh, crap.
Well, that's enough of that. On to the next section.
So, moving on to the next section. Not a lot of people know that Chris Paul has a lot of facial hair, but more importantly, what they don't know is how he hides it. So, the big question is, how does Chris Paul hide all that facial hair? Well, obviously he doesn't in this picture, and that's because he has and probably does use a razor! Anyway, as I was saying, Chris Paul's facial hair. Exhibit A. Chris Paul hides his facial hair under his hand, as can be seen in this picture. I mean, it's not as clear in this picture because it's on the other side of his face, but he does hide a little bit under his thumb there as well. Exhibit B. In this picture, it's a lot clearer to see how Chris Paul hides that facial hair under his hand. It goes all the way across his face, so nothing can be seen whatsoever. If we just zoom in slightly for a second, we can see that there is bits of sort of patchy where he has shaved, and anything that he's missed is what he's covering up with his hand. If you want more proof, then you need to check out some of these. This picture sees Chris Paul cleverly hiding his facial hair with the hand that's holding the camera. This picture we can see that he's trying to disguise the hiding of his facial hair by making some sort of gesture, but nevertheless he is still trying to hide a little bit of patchy hair underneath. This picture we can see that he's cleverly using a beer bottle instead of his hand to hide anything that might be lurking behind it. And finally, when Chris Paul gets a little bit too drunk, he does forget that he's supposed to be hiding his own facial hair, and instead hides the facial hair of a friend, in this case poor Al, as his beard hidden.
What the fuck? This section is really quite simple.
Fuck the what?
Chris Paul has a favourite saying.
What the fuck?
Say this phrase as often as you like.
What the fuck?
That is the end of this section. Now.
Fuck you off! Yeah!
That's about the time that she broke up with me. No one should take themselves so seriously. With many years ahead to fall in line, why would you wish that on me? I never wanna act my age.
Okay, what's next? Oh! Oh god! Oh, I'm sorry, that picture's just... Oh. Yeah, so this section's about making stupid faces when camera... Oh! Oh, Jesus, that was even worse. Oh, God. Yeah, so if you want to be like Chris Paul, make a stupid face when someone points a camera at you. Jesus Christ, Paul. God. Oh, even Cara looks bad in that picture. Yeah, she's pulling a stupid face as well. Hang on, rewind for a second, I've got a thought. Stop! Right, if you look at this picture, Chris Paul's making a silly face, and so is Al. If we go back one more picture, Chris Paul's still making a silly face, and so is Ash. So if we go back just a bit further, we can look at a picture from earlier. This one's a picture. Look, if you remember this picture from earlier, we were talking about Chris Paul hiding his facial hair, and I put a little caption above my head. Now, it's not my fault that I look like that, because I'm next to Chris Paul. I've discovered, through making this video, that Chris Paul's look that he makes in front of cameras is contagious. And if he looks stupid in front of a camera, he'll make you look stupid in front of a camera. So beware. If you're ever near Chris Paul and someone's taking a picture, make sure you look okay, because you might just be making a stupid face just like him. That's it for this section. Ugh. Well, that's it. You've come to the end of the rules of being Christopher Graham Paul. You now have everything that you need. So whether it was you wanting to be with Chris Paul, you want to be away from Chris Paul, you want to ignore Chris Paul, or you just plain want to kill Chris Paul, you can that you need. So whether it was you wanting to be with Chris Paul, you want to be away from Chris Paul, you want to ignore Chris Paul, or you just plain want to kill Chris Paul, you can take it from me. You now have the stuff to kill Chris Paul. You can take it from me. You now have the stuff. In an early section of the rules of being Christopher Graham Paul, we made some references to the fact that the only two things Chris likes in this world are himself and Doctor Who. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that we were very, very wrong. There is indeed a third thing that Chris Paul likes in this world. And so, we'd like to personally apologise to both Chris Paul and that third thing, Tom Cliff. The love that these two share was something that was overlooked in this video, and we are sorry if there has been any grievance caused to either of these two people. Chris Paul and Tom Cliff. Good night, sweet princess, and a flight of angels carry thee to thy rest.